Hello everybody, my name is Tyler, and welcome back to the channel. How are you doing today? We are, what day is it actually? We are like two weeks away from me turning 30, and I'm not excited, but I know the journey will be rough and or tough as I get into my early 30s, as I end my 29th year in the next 2 weeks. I'm hoping to do some good self-reflection, if not get a better, deeper understanding about myself. And what better way than my new package? I got the, what is it called? I got the And Space deck of cards, which is from the Skin Deep company. And to best express what this deck of card means, it explores relationships by creating the space for honest communication and deep listening. So that is the deck of cards I have. It's something I found myself attracted to because I was listening to the podcast about Phil DeFranco, Philly D, with a conversation with, and his podcast was really fun to where he had these questions to fill out the space he had with his guests on top of conversations they already developed in the middle of it. So for the moment, I am not a very famous podcaster or interviewee. Oh god. So for the moment, we have this. Let's do a unboxing of the deck. I just got it at my local Amazon pickup place, so I'm kind of excited to see how it is. Okay, so we have the Skin Deep, explores human connections in the digital era. Okay, cool. So there's our instructions, I guess. On a piece of paper, write down your intention, question, or dilemma of the moment. Select the question randomly from the deck and write down your answers. Choose cards until you feel you've reached conclusion. Rewrite your answer, then save, burn, or bury the paper. Oh, okay. So on a piece of paper, write down your intention. My intention will always and ever be to learn more about myself. And the cards are pretty thick. They feel like Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Standard size. So I think I have cards, I think I have sleeves to protect these in, so that's really interesting. Let's see. The first card tells you how to play. Okay. Let's see. Let's check for a bunch of these questions. Okay, cool. Describe your mountain. Let's see, this is pretty fun. Okay, let's see. Let's go through this deck of cards and see if we can't do a dry run about this game. There's like 200 cards, I think. What kind of fun. And I don't know if I should sleeve these because with 200 cards, that becomes a really thick, hefty deck. So when it comes to shuffling through these, it's just gonna be interesting, fun. And okay, so let's play the game. Let's just get into it. On a piece of paper, write down your intention, question, and or dilemma. And the current intention is to get to know myself better, and I want to create a space on the channel to where you guys learn more about me, as I am trying to self-reflect myself to learn more about myself. Because your 20s was supposed to be a space where you make mistakes and you pick up the trash, which are the bad habits, you pick up the bad intentions, and you clean yourself up. Because by the time you're 30, 40, and 50, whatever issues you have left, whatever problems you have not cleaned up, that may or may not define you for the rest of your life. And it's very hard to clean up that trash that is already in the cesspool that is who you are. So that is my understanding, and I can't wait to see what questions I have to better make a space to understand who and or what I am. Let's go ahead and do Yu-Gi-Oh! Shuffle. So let's go with the first card. What relationship in my life is informing my decision right now? What relationship in my life is informing my decisions? I would definitely say currently a lot of my decision in my current relationship with Joanna is a driving force for a lot of my relationships, with a lot of my decisions for the moment. Just strictly because I'm in a situation where we have lived together for about a year, and it's been pretty good. We've had our ups and downs, and as we're learning to adjust being within each other's space, I just feel like we've come to a point where it's a little messy. It's still going to be messy. Learning how to live with other humans will always be a struggle, because I can safely say when I was living by myself, it was a lot easier making decisions because my decisions affected myself. And so if I were to have like burgers and fries a couple of times a week, that'll affect me deeply, greatly, because that's not a really healthy way to eat, and it doesn't promote longevity. Or I would have expensive spent to enjoy myself. I don't have a priority to save money, or the money that I made was only to take care of one person. But now that since I'm with Joanna, a lot of my current relationship with Joanna is influencing and informing my decisions, because my money is to take care of two people, Joanna and I. And so if I go to the grocery store, I have to be more self-conscious about what foods I'm making, what foods I'm buying, can I really splurge on this thing? Because my money could definitely be better spent on group experience. It can be a nutritious meal to improve longevity. And every question that I didn't consider living alone is magnified when you're living within a relationship. So, or just like whether or not I'll stay at work for a longer period of time, the amount of OT living alone didn't matter. But in order to make time for my partner, I have to really self-evaluate how important the money is and how important my time is, because I have to make decisions for longevity, right? So I'm not gonna survive very well for very long if I just focus on that. So it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. So I have to make sure my decisions are self-conscious about who I'm living with, who I'm living for, and so forth. So I have to make sure that whatever decisions I make, whatever things I choose to do, is supportive of two people. And if I were to have a family right now, if I were to have 2 to 3 kids, that's my decision is even more impacted. My relationship with my family is going to be informing, like, hey, I can't go out as much anymore. I can't buy as much food as I would like anymore. I can't eat out a lot. Most of the food's going to be groceries made at home, or if like pre-made meals, so I have better or more convenient time for other people. So I can't be selfish with my decisions anymore, or my expenses, in my opinion at least. Who in my life gives me the most energy, and what would they tell me right now? Well, already, since we're on the current topic, Joanna has been giving me the most energy for the moment. But I have to correct that sentence because she gives me the most urgency to have energy because, again, living alone, I can easily sleep in and postpone my activities, postpone chores and everything just like that. But I'm in a situation where, like, I have to get on my feet after work. And it's like, I have a bigger sense of urgency because, especially where I had the free time today to go ahead and buy gifts, right? Because it's Christmas time and I'm procrastinating almost to getting other people's gifts. So what they would probably be telling me right now at the same time is, did you eat yet? I have not eaten yet since dropping them off at work, so I definitely do need to make time to go and get that done. I need to definitely get some rest because I have to make plans on longevity. That includes maybe not exercising as heavily or changing how I work out. I'm noticing the extra fat around my skin, so I need to figure out how do I jam more greens into my diet? How do I avoid the grease? Because yesterday, as a side tangent, yesterday I went to I went to the mall down in Tukwila, and I felt I craved Korean dogs because I was in the mood for like something greasy. This was the weekend. This was kind of a reward, but I have to be careful about it because oftentimes people fall back on their diet because they end up consuming a massively large surplus of calories and fats that they don't need. And so I was pretty healthy up until yesterday. Yesterday I had 3 corn dogs. 2 of them I paid for. One of them was most likely a free thing because someone didn't collect their corn dog, but I enjoyed myself. And today I have to be very conscious about my dietary decisions. A can of Dr. Pepper, I normally don't drink soda that often, so I will consider that an allowance. And go from there. Oh no, my cards. Let me just get my cards. Okay, cool. I have all of them. 1, 2. Okay. Let's get this situated. Yeah, so I definitely when I go back home, I need to definitely have like a card like separated to make sure like I don't repeat questions. Because as I keep going into these questions, I don't want to repeat any of my answers. Or like I want to make sure that I don't have any repeat questions, because by the time I do that, I want the repeat questions to be answered with an egregious amount of space in between them, because that's the situation. That's I don't want to keep saying the same answer and then I know for a fact that my answer can possibly change over time. But they would definitely tell me that get your priorities straight, because I actually don't have my laundry done yet. There's a lot of self-reflection I need to do, and but at the same time, they would tell me to relax. They would tell me that I work too hard already as it is. I spend a lot of my time working because I know there's bills to be paid, and we know that there's things to be had. I may or may not be able to have time to do much anymore. And so for the moment, I need to take care of myself. Granted, I may sleep later today. I'll probably sleep at 2, but that's because I have the weekend. And I don't work till 8 p.m. Monday night. So I get to take care of myself for the moment. And that includes taking time to think about myself. And if not, enjoy my time, because the majority of my schedule is me going home to go to bed, to wake up, have like 15 minutes of exercise or something, and then figure out food, figure out accessories, and by the time I get to myself, they don't like the fact that I don't prioritize myself a lot, so I need to find time to love myself and to take care of myself in the same way. They've dedicated one day in the week to block out everybody and stay home, laundry, and just do nothing. I haven't done that in a long time because I'm still getting used to the idea that I'm living with someone. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of time for me to adjust. I need to make time to adjust for it. So, what can I do? I'm trying. How will my decision affect the relationships in my life? Oh God, some of the funniest bits about this is like I'm shuffling this deck and I'm already like touching all these questions like boom, boom, boom. But how will my decisions affect the relationships in my life? It'll affect my relationships very gravely. Case in point, I lived with the example from my mom that she spent almost all of her time just working. And I live in a split dichotomy where my dad maintained his 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, to spend almost all of his time being available at home. And he would make himself available at home to take care of my mom if any groceries need to be done, if anything at home needs to be like weeded, or the kids have to be taken home. My dad made himself pretty available for when we had functions to when we needed to eat, while my mom is doing the same thing my brother is doing. Actually, my mom went to work to go home, and when she did go home, she spent more time absently watching dramas, and she wasn't very connective with the family. So her actions in doing so, it didn't really deepen the relationship that we had. And so nowadays my brother just does the same thing too, and I feel like of the actions I've made and of the actions I've done so far, I feel like I have taken that example and I fixed it to where if I don't, I work 50 odd, 60 odd hour weeks, but when I'm at work, I do my best to be present when my coworkers need me. There was a situation just like Friday where our supervisor, so one of my coworkers, let's call them, what's a good word? Smithers. Smithers was working with me in the back where I was taking care of processing frozen samples. Smithers had the responsibility to just receive the specimens from all the locations and scan things into Rex. And people from molecular, people from other chemistry benches, they had the responsibility to walk down the entire lab from their bench to us, and Smithers is allegedly supposed to have their work ready for them, right? Well, Friday didn't work out too well, and they were behind, but we are behind because we're short-staffed. So, of course, the chemistry will not get their work. But it didn't help that our supervisor was being told this complaint, and they weren't being empathetic and self-aware of the struggle that Smithers and my frozen team was dealing with. So we ended up having a situation where Smithers came to me when I was talking to my supervisor, Yennefer. Yennefer. let's call him Yennefer with a Y. Yennefer with a Y. So, when I was in the middle of talking with Yennefer, Smithers came over crying and expressing the distress that they were in. So I had to make the decision to just, you know what, Smithers, I'm sorry, Yennefer, but Smithers, we're gonna go for a walk, okay? I'm sorry that you're feeling this way. We are going for a walk. And I like the fact that for that moment, I chose to be human. I chose to connect when someone's like in distress. And I have to equally exercise that muscle because with my work schedule, I don't see Joanna as often. But I am sacrificing my time to make sure I'm present for Joanna. And that is in the form of me going to drive Joanna to and from work for the entire day. I made myself available by grabbing groceries. Hey, I'm getting this. Do you want anything? And so forth. And when we go home, we get ready for bed. I normally plan to stay up late longer, but we take the time to cuddle. We take the time to de-stress while driving. And when we get home, or when in the morning, I do my best to do acts of services in my relationship. And what was missing in my relationship with my mom is the presence she didn't have. So I don't know if there's any particular examples or stories that I can express, but my current goal is to be very present. And my decision to be present, I would hope, would allow me to just be like a really good partner. I'm trying to figure out how to hold this card. But essentially, yeah. How will my decisions affect relationships? Easy. By making sure that the more I keep myself present, I should be in a good place. I should be able to be in a situation where I'm always consistently trying to improve my relationship with Joanna. I'm always trying to make sure that I don't want to end up like my parents. I need to stop the chain of disconnects. I need to stop the chain of distrust and anger and the lack of bond here where it matters. Otherwise, if I don't do anything now, it's not going to end. It's not going to work out. And I will be trapped. I don't want to be trapped. And so I'm doing my best to be present for everybody. And I don't know. But yeah, that is the episode for today and the unboxing of the Skin Deep game, The And Space by Skin Deep. I really think these questions are very good, but the fact that we have to really comb through these cards based on like the intention, question, or dilemma at the moment, that's going to be changing a whole lot. And I guess the dilemma is relationships. So yeah, I'm excited to see where my journey will go, where my journey goes with this deck of cards. And I'm excited to see what we have in store. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the show, please make sure you follow and like and comment down below your favorite questions to ask a person, or what questions plague you currently that you are always searching for the answers to. And again, I am asking these questions from the And Space deck provided by Skin Deep. I bought the product by myself to explore the relationships around me, and I liked it. I liked it so far, and I hope you enjoy my journey with this deck. and I plan to get other decks too. So, thank you so much for watching. As always, my name's Tyler. I'm your friend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.